I'm MargaretRiel, and I teach action research at Pepperdine, and I teach in a program for learning technologies. And so I teach action research with technologies. And of course, it wouldn't make any sense to teach action research and not be engaged in action research yourself. For me, I think action research is a disposition of mind. It is a process of continuous learning. It's holding yourself accountable for continuous learning. So it's saying to yourself every day, how can I do what I do better? What are strategies that I can use that might better improve this? So as we get each stage of our program a little bit better, we think, okay, so what's the next thing we can do? How can we improve the strand of action research? How can we help students have better lit reviews or have better research strategies for finding things, for evaluating things? How can we get them clearer in their writing, develop an academic voice? How can we help them develop better research methods? What are better strategies for having students understand how to do qualitative research? Because one of the wonderful things about action research is it allows for really creative research strategies. You don't have to do things, you don't have to do a survey. You know, you can use all sorts of indirect measures of attention, of progress, and action researchers are often really creative in the things that they use as evidence to show that there has been a change in the direction they're looking in. The other thing that I really like about action research is that it is a systems approach. It's not looking at variables, it's not trying to isolate variables, and it's hard for students to get that idea because they've been practiced with traditional experimental designs, and so they want to control variables across settings and have a control, and trying to understand, help them understand that there's a different process of doing research, which is to look at a complex, messy system, but look at it over time and keep looking at it over the years. And so it's this process of iterative examination of a complex setting that gives you the findings that are really valuable. And the findings are valuable, and helping students, helping action researchers be confident in their process of creating really important knowledge that should be shared with other action researchers and with other researchers is really an important part of action research. Some people ask us, why did we create ARNA? Why did we need the Action Research Network of the Americas? We have the AERA Action Research SIG, and a number of the people who were involved in starting ARNA were in the leadership of the Action Research SIG, so why did we need another organization? And there are a number of answers to that. One is that AERA, while it's an inviting place for researchers, it's not quite as open to practitioners. There is a kind of attitude of, this is about the academy, and a lot of groups that organize action research don't feel as welcome by the larger educational community. Now, we want to change that, and that's what the SIG and AERA is working to do. But meanwhile, we thought, why not create an organization that is really sensitive to the dynamics between community-based and university-based action research. And in the worldwide scheme of things, CARN serves our friends across the Atlantic, the Collaborative Action Research Network. And so why not create one that is in our hemisphere? And the efforts of bringing together the Americas. We share a name. We want to share more than a name. We want to share practice. So the network of the Americas and the inclusion of the community-based as well as university-based action research is the motivation that got us going. But we also think that the more connected we are as action researchers, the more connections we have to CARN, the more connections we have to other groups that are sponsoring action research. We found a different one. SARNet is another one that we've just discovered, and the more connections that we have with one another, the stronger the understanding and the position of action research in the family of research strategies will become. As webmaster of ARNA, we didn't create a website. we created a wiki website. That means for people who aren't members of ARNA, it's a website, but people who join ARNA, who are members of ARNA, and we hope that all of you will want to be members of ARNA, it is a wiki, which means that you have control over the content that's on the site. Every page can be changed. Every one of you can change what you see on the site. Now, of course, there's some pages that if you want to change, there's sort of more discussion involved, but you can certainly put your ideas down for changes. And if you want to change it, go ahead, and we might just change it back, but it doesn't hurt to have your views expressed on any of the pages. We want it to be open, we want it to be inclusive, we want you to be able to bring your ideas to the table. So every page has a discussion, comments at the bottom. You can start a discussion on any page. If you have ideas for how we can make the website more open, that's something that we're working towards. So we want you to join us. We want you to be an active member. We want you to really help us make ARNA into the organization that will serve your needs.